Okay, guys. Week 2. Oh, yeah, that's right. Actually, for the week 1, I forgot to also mention that I do actually collect hats. And I think throughout this entire thing is you'll see me wear like different assortment of hats, which are all that I really have. So don't mind it. That's kind of something I do. I have no idea why. Even my dad collects hats. So I guess just follow through. Alright. But anyways, second topic, which we're gonna be talking about today, is coming out. It's supposed to be either if we have come out or we haven't come out, in what way, and how we can help if anybody needs to. Let's see. I have come out. It was actually a few months ago that I actually came out as trans. Let's see. But originally I came out as lesbian, like, a few years back. So it was probably around 17, 18. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Background with it. Sadly enough, it's going to sound pretty cliche, but that's honestly how I came about really coming to terms with who I am. When I came out as lesbian, like, it was kind of like the normal thing, honestly. It felt like that's what I should be, because, well, physically I am female and I like other females. You know, like, I had thoughts of, like, if this is really who I wanted to be, and I didn't know why. Like, is this all there is, kind of thing. Then I actually started coming more to terms, I guess, with it. Was actually one of my exes, like, kind of brought it to my attention because one of her friends was trans. And I actually got to meet him, which was actually really cool. And that, like, I didn't ask any questions about it because I felt it would be rude. But that's just kind of how I am. Well, how I was. Now I'm just like, hey, what's up? But, I don't know. Just like something about meeting him, and also, like, there was a one time in Atlanta, Georgia, for me and a couple of friends, like, walking around and that stuff, and we actually came in contact with another trans, Casey. Oh man, he was awesome. Yeah, so, and I don't know, it's like every time I was around these guys, like, something hit me. I don't know what, but I kind of had that childish moment of, I want to be like you. And, you know, it's just in those moments you don't really understand why. But after that, you know, I didn't really think much of it anymore. Then last year, I think that's how it works. Last year, when I was dating somebody else, different than I am now, she actually brought it to my attention. I'm like, again? But, she was more along the lines of, like, I think actually watching some videos of some other trans guys and bringing it to my attention of, I think you are this, and not in a whole trying to change you sense. It's the whole, I think this is who you are and you need to realize it kind of thing. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out. So pretty much from that moment onward, I've been watching so many videos and doing so much research. All the stuff that I felt I needed to do personally. Got to find out that it all meshes. It all made sense. It was all clear. For the first time in a while, I have actually had a clear sense of who I was. And it was great. So now I understood why I felt the things that I did. Why I felt like I didn't belong too well to a lot of other places that I've been, to a lot of other cliques and all this stuff. When generally it's not even a clique. But why I look in the mirror every day and have issues with what I see. You know, like breasts aren't supposed to be there. Other stuff that's not there that should be, at least in my mind. Even when I was little, I kind of thought, okay, why have I not had these? Why do I have these? Why do I have this? Why I envy males so much? Well, I guess in a sense I could say this. The good ones. Mainly because of their facial hair and their masculinity, like their muscle mass and everything. Like, I could care less if it sounds gay or not. I envy that. I've envied that for as long as I can remember, and I never really understood why. Like, I think that's honestly why I've been so angry at males, I guess, for a long time. But at that moment, it made sense. You know, and ever since I realized it, I actually started coming out. And a couple of my friends were surprisingly shocked. Like, they weren't expecting that. But I'm kind of like, really? But, yeah, I have full support from a lot of people. I mean, I've had to drop a couple friends because they either refused to see me as male or would call me any of the names. Like, you know, any, like my name, Malin. They would call me Abby. You'll always be my Abby, and all this shit. Or they wouldn't use the pronouns correctly. They just refused to do it. So yeah, you know, it's just their closed-mindedness. I got rid of it. Like, I'm not the same person to just keep you around just because I've known you for a long time. That honestly does not matter to me anymore. You could know me for years upon years, and you show me any disrespect as to who I am like that, you're gone. I don't care. But yeah, like every day since then, I have evolved into such a better person. I try to help out others as much as I can. Like, I mean, I'm not on T and all this stuff, but I love helping people, at least giving them advice and that, and what they do with it is their business, but I do what I can. Yeah. So yeah, my girlfriend actually, she's a full supporter. What would she say? Like, a few months before we even met, apparently she watched that Catfish episode that involved that trans guy, and ended up being a trans guy instead of the actual guy that she, yeah. I don't know. Others who've probably seen that probably know what I'm talking about, but she saw that with her friend, and then a few months later, all of a sudden, poof! There I was at a freaking graduation party and that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Could be fate, could be destiny, who the heck knows. So yeah. I actually, when I told my parents, it was kind of like two different reactions, honestly. It's still kind of two different reactions. Get this. When I came out to my parents that I was a lesbian. Pardon me, I haven't done that. I rarely do this, by the way. Like, it's just, my nose gets so screwed up. Anyways, I told my mom I was a lesbian. She was like, oh, I already knew, and all this stuff, and just, on and on. She accepted it. And then I told my dad, and he's kind of like, he seemed like a little iffy at first. But, he kind of got over it. And then now, when I came out to my parents, my mom is having a hard time coping with it. And my dad just like, oh, I knew it. I called it from the very beginning when you were a baby and all this stuff. And I'm just like, easy there. But that's what my mind was telling me for a second. But I couldn't help but laugh because, that was awesome. At least one of my parents actually got it. You know what I mean? My brother. Excuse me. Yeah, my brother, he accepts it too. I mean, granted, none of them fully understand, but they support it in all the senses that they love me no matter what. My brother's wife, actually, was generally the first one I really told, which is kind of funny. But she was excited. She was like, oh my god, and all this stuff. So, yeah. It actually worked out pretty well. Yeah, so I haven't really came out to any places that I've worked at yet because, well, don't have a job yet. But hopefully I'll get there. I've been getting a lot of stuff lately with it, so hopefully something works out. Yeah. Okay, now it's sunny again. Hang on a second. Good lord. Yeah. It's been snowing on and off for the past 2 days. But yeah, anyways. All in all, I came out. I'm so much happier. The way I did it was I actually came out in email. Well, strike that. It was a letter on my computer, on my notepad thing on here, to my mom. Oh, shoot, excuse me. We were in Washington, D.C., and I decided to tell her to go to the gym. So I was like, I kind of just set it in front of her, and I had to read it, and I walked off. Generally, not the best way, but I had a feeling she would have taken it harder, so I just kind of let her do her own thing there. And my brother, I sent him one through Facebook. Big ass freaking thing. And he sent me another big ass freaking response. Saying he accepts it, whatnot, which is good. And my dad, I told him through email, and it was just like a little thing. But he responded in the best way, which is to be face to face to me and just let me know that he accepts it. Just asking questions and all this, which is great, which is what I would have loved. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, if generally it comes down to this: if you need help with coming out, don't hesitate to ask me or any of my other friends on here. Alright? Like, don't be afraid to hesitate to ask. You could do what I did. You know, type it up, send it. You could write it on a piece of paper, write it in letter form. You could be truly and honestly ballsy and do it face to face. You could do a video like I'm doing now, you know, and tell them. Or, I don't know, there's multiple ways you can do it, but it's mainly having that epiphany that you should get the guts and just do it. Because if you don't, then you'll regret it, honestly. You'll feel like you're stuck if you don't do it. So, yeah, I think that's honestly all there really is for right now. So, I guess if any of you need anything, get back at me. I'm right here. So, I guess I will talk to y'all later. Have a great day.